The following game has been rated T for teen by the ESRB for violence and blood. That means anyone under the age of 13 should not be watching this video. You have been warned.
Greetings and salutations, I am Outlier and I bid you welcome to this channel. Joining me today is of course my usual co-hosts, Snowball and Wolf. And today we're returning back to Halo Wars. So the normal premise of the Halo series is that you generally play as a cybernetically enhanced super soldier known as a Spartan, fighting to save humanity from extinction at the hands of an intergalactic alien religious order known as the Covenant. What makes Halo Wars different from the rest of the series is, well, first of all, you're not playing as a cybernetically enhanced super soldier. You're playing as the commander of a human military company, battalion, regiment. Basically, there's an entire army of humans staffed aboard a former colony ship rebuilt for war. And while the rest of the Halo series generally takes place towards the end of the Human Covenant War, as it's eventually going to be known, Halo Wars, at least the first game, takes place close to the beginning of it. And also, if you haven't guessed already, when I mentioned being in charge of an entire army, Halo Wars is a real-time strategy game compared to the rest of the series being a first-person shooter. And for those who haven't seen last episode, we are still in the process of trying to track down our lead scientist who decided to go all damsel on us to save the life of a sergeant who I'm guessing we generally play as, mainly because he's the one sent out to command the forces of the various missions we end up playing as. Well, playing on, I should say. But she did the noble and self-sacrificing thing. I would assume that's how most damsels end up becoming damsels in the first place. But she got captured, and we went off in pursuit of her. Apparently the Covenant need her to read the Forerunner technology that they worship as artifacts of the gods, because apparently their religious studies don't include language. And we've managed to track down her completely normal tracking beacon, because apparently in the far-flung future everybody has tracking beacons. But anyway, we were able to chase her down to a far-flung unknown world on the edge of nowhere. We came across what I would assume, at least in theory and lore, the local wildlife, even if the local wildlife can consume and take over any organic creatures that it comes across. Fought that for a little bit, and then we got trapped in, and by we I mean the colony-turned-warship that we operate out of. I got trapped inside the planet because a lake opened up and swallowed up the ship whole. And rather than being in a cave-like system or, trapped underneath the mantle with hot flowing lava roiling all around the ship, we're stuck on the inside of what apparently is a hollow planet. So there's continents and wildlife and vegetation and water and all that fun stuff. Everything you find on the surface of a planet, just inside the surface of the planet. It's been an interesting experience, and 2 episodes ago we had to clean the flood, as the local indigenous life will eventually be called, and I'm well aware it's not local or indigenous, but role-playing is apparently a thing most people do, so I try to play along when I feel like it. But anyway, we cleaned their barnacles off the hull with the help of a Forerunner car wash, at least that's what I'm going to be calling it. And then after we got the ship cleaned, we got into a fender bender with the local Covenant garrison vessel. And so we had to fight them off while repairing the poorly placed, but still uncertain for system purposes, required to be their power core in order to actually have the ship not crash. And we basically managed to disengage, because even though this colony ship is a warship, it's still essentially a mobile factory with some somewhat large guns. It's a well-known fact, not just in the early portions of the war, but throughout the entirety of the Human Covenant War, that human warships cannot go toe-to-toe with their Covenant equivalents. At least not one-on-one, anyway. And we were doing that, so we left. And that's right where I left it off at, and that's right where I'm picking it back up at. And with that stated, this game is, of course, made by... Thank you again. And that being said, let us begin.
Restraints off. Your judgment has waited long enough.
Just get it over with.
So we need to turn it on. Whatever it is. It is a Forerunner battle fleet.
The ancients have granted us the power to doom your race. Let the deconstruction of our gifts begin. The majesty of our new fleet will be unparalleled.
Nothing ventured. Surface.
Now, which surface is she talking about? The actual surface or the inside of the surface?
That worked out pretty well.
Or did it?
Or maybe not.
Lady, I haven't got all day. You want to be rescued or not?
So what? No thanks for rescuing me, Sergeant? Yes.
Where to? Later. The Covenant are assembling a huge fleet.
On the move.
I mean, that sounds fair.
On the way. Moving out. Suddenly this LZ doesn't look so good. Spirit, we're gonna need backup. And another Pelican.
Okay.
What do you want? Let's get out of here. I saw a teleporter over there.
Where
What?
to?
As more troops just land on top of
All
them.
units.
So now we
there.
flee. I
Let's
said now
do
we
this.
flee. Because the Covenant are not to be messed with. At least the squishy human units aren't supposed to be messing with them. Come on,
Spirt of
everybody.
Fire, we are ready for transport. Anders, stay by that beacon.
All units.
Moving out.
Alright, so I have 2 minutes until a Pelican arrives. I would say easy mission, but let's be honest. This late in the game, it's not going to be easy. Especially when fighting Flood that can fly. I mean, you know, it's just a cliff, and that's not going
Enemy
to stop them.
engagement.
And now we have the Covenant to deal with. Always fun when both enemies are on the map at the exact same time.
John, I think I know how to stop the Covenant. I need to get to my lab.
Which is aboard the Spirit of
Baby
Fire.
steps, Professor. Let's try not dying first. Sure thing.
Can I grab these resources while we're here?
Leave it to me. Take him down. Let's do this.
Answer is yes, I
I'm
can.
there.
Stay tight.
Get back to the spot.
Pelican inbound to your position. Finally. Sergeant, I need you to stay down here and get this area locked down.
Of course.
Well, what do you know? Lockdown is my specialty.
Oh, and the damsel is away.
All units.
Need a hand?
Always.
Got it. Show off. Let's do
Well, the
this.
Spartans, kind of what they do. Ooh, what's
Right
this?
away. I'm there.
Apparently this is
Sure
nothing.
thing.
Alright, and that's a thing.
Locked and loaded.
And now it's dead.
I'll get it.
Charlie Pop.
You got it.
We're on the way.
On it. Blast him.
Kill this thing, please. Kill this thing without dying, please.
All units.
Yeah, it's dead.
Most likely. Just to kind of break this now. And it's gone.
I'm moving. I'm going.
Put these resources.
On it.
And that's a tank.
On your stabbing hats, people.
Good as
Okay.
done. Take him down.
Jacking the vehicle.
Probably should have done that
Leave it to me.
before we started breaking the thing.
On the move. Ready. I got him.
You take this one.
You bet. Fire is lit. Drops
You
are
like
ready.
fire?
Everybody else run away.
Stand up, buckle up, shuffle to the door.
Fire is lit.
The part of back away was not heard.
Feeling fine.
Take this thing. Can we not steal half-broken Covenant stuff, please?
Roger. Move it. Give me an order. On the move.
Alright, well, this one's almost intact. So, let's start building a base.
Locked and loaded. Roger that.
Apparently that's something flood-related. I did not even register those tentacles. Probably should have.
bet. On the way.
You point? I'll burn it.
Station complete.
Alright, so let's get the basics up and running. So let's get the supply pads up and running. Barracks going. Some defenses. Because you know they're going to hit this place with everything possible.
Supply pad complete. Enemy engagement. Turret complete.
And it looks like we have access to elephants on this one, so I may not actually need the barracks. I mean, I'll need the barracks to upgrade the infantry, but I won't need the barracks to actually build the infantry.
Supply pad complete.
And I'll need one tech level
Turret
to actually
complete.
upgrade the supply pad, so let's get the a reactor going.
Enemy engagement. Barracks complete. Turret complete.
So I'm guessing these vents are where some flood generate.
Reactor complete.
Give us an order. Hoorah!
Watch that 6.
Turret complete.
Alright, now that the reactor's up, we upgrade the supply pads to get more resources faster.
Orders? Moving.
Supply pad upgraded.
Regeneration, healing targets.
Repair the wraiths, because I want to have them as units. I might as well make certain they don't explode first opportunity. That's always important. And we start researching, well, the ability for warthogs to defend themselves. This is a lower portion of the map, so I'm assuming there's not going to be any Covenant coming from here. I'm guessing we got to go up this way. It says take and hold 4 bases.
Dropped and ready.
I'm ready. No problem.
Break this thing.
Gunner researched.
Standing by. Rockets away!
So I'm going to put a missile launcher on these back two because, as I said, I don't think the Covenant are going to be able to attack from this way outside of air vehicles. And this one gets a flame mortar because it's closed, and I think the flame mortars have a less range, whereas this one gets a railgun.
Turret improved.
Oh, goody. The
Turret
Flood now
improved.
have flying bombs.
What are we looking at?
Uh-huh. Going.
You go here.
Ready.
You go here.
On the ground. Moving.
Well, give me 5 warthogs.
More resources required. Base
Or 4
under attack.
warthogs.
New blood. Research. More resources required.
Warthog, roll.
So what's that? But I think that's an engineer.
Warthog, good to go.
Let's get a second
Enemy
reactor up
engagement.
and running.
Warthog, ready.
Feeling fine. I'm there.
Reactor complete.
Warthog, fired up. Warthog, rolling. Yes, sir.
Alright, so my 5 warthogs are done, so let's just start exploring.
Let's
I
go.
have no idea what this thing is. Forerunner supply elevator produces infinite supply crates. Okay, so how do I capture it?
Moving out.
Unless it's just something that happens.
Rolling out.
And that turret's on fire.
All right.
RPG research.
Awesome. We're going. On the
I'm guessing
move.
we gotta go around this way.
Moving out. All
And that's a tank.
attacking.
Ram it. Here goes one warthog. There's 2 warthogs.
Awesome.
Almost lost a third.
Let's roll.
And like I said, the flying forms of the Covenant don't have to worry about this.
Rolling.
Base
That's
under
another
attack.
Wraith.
We're going.
Let's pull the warthogs back just because.
Moving out.
So let's pull you guys back just because. As I use another one.
Going. All right.
Get back over here. Man, they really don't like the fact that I stole 2 of their tanks.
Regeneration.
Just heal
healing
everybody.
targets. Orders. Charlie Papa. We're on the way.
Ready.
Send me in.
Hostile targeted.
Yeah, so let's actually upgrade one of the reactors just so that way we can get to tech levels 3 and 4, eventually 4. Because again, I have elephants, so I don't actually need the barracks to produce infantry troops.
Reactor improved.
I don't know what that vent does, that the flood vent does, but probably important to make certain it stays constantly dormant. I guess that's my interpretation of the meaning of reality. So let's actually get an elephant.
Where to? Good as dead. Moving up. Ready to roll. Let's roll.
Can't keep these wraiths repaired. There goes my one warthog.
Elephant rolling out.
And now that the elephant's been built, let's actually park it right here. Just so that way you can keep an eye and its guns on that vent. That way I don't have to have my wraiths here just sitting here shooting at the thing periodically.
Show us where. Deploying.
Yes, I'm assuming it's going to be the case. I'm assuming it has guns and it's not something I need to research. Let's get the Grenader for the Warthogs. Considering right now that's the only unit I've actually built. It sounds like these I wish I could actually build mobile defensive hard points. Just simply because their banshees can just fly in and hit the elephant. Alright, so apparently the defensive turrets are not by default on the elephant.
Standing by.
Alright, so does this thing have any supply crates available? It did say infinite supply crates.
Locked and loaded. Moving out.
Grenadier researched.
Apparently that's how that works.
Base under attack.
Let's not actually waste a unit of ODSTs on that. Apparently it does have some turrets. I mean, I'm fairly certain I just saw the elephant take that thing on.
Standing by. We're
So we're gonna go up here. Eject these guys.
Roger that.
Bring them back down.
Yes,
Then
sir.
these Marines will take over.
Roger that.
This one means I'm getting more resources faster. Speaking of resources faster, let's actually, well, it has nothing to do with getting resources faster, but let's just upgrade the base so that way I have 2 extra
Defense
slots to
turret
get,
research.
well, more buildings. And that thing's
Fortress
down.
upgrade complete.
So the elephant can now cover this area.
Regeneration ready. Healing target.
Start repairing the base. Get a vehicle depot and an air pad.
On the ground. Yes, sir. Hoorah!
Vehicle depot complete.
And since the elephant's off by its lonesome, arguably for the most part, let's finish upgrading its armor, which I think is its final upgrade.
Air pad complete.
So let's start upgrading, well, purchasing upgrades for the various vehicles, which will probably be the primary assault force of mine.
Ceramic armor researched.
So we'll get a pair of Wolverines to hang out with the elephant, just so that way they can take out the Banshees faster.
Canister shell research.
Wolverine, on the
Where
ground.
to? I'll get it.
Ready? Heading out.
So in here.
Base under attack.
Set you in here.
We're going. Wolverine, good to go. Systems green.
And you here. That should help protect the elephant. Who's helping protect the base?
Feeling fine.
Alright, well, this Wraith is almost dead.
Regeneration red. Healing
So let's
target.
actually try fixing the thing.
Enemy engagement. Enemy engagement.
It's a good question. I have coordinate system.
Medic research.
As opposed to the laser hawks, I think they are. I got the one with the miniguns, not the ones with the lasers. Which I know is a shame, but I think that's the laser equivalent aircraft or specialty unit that only the Doctor has access to. And by the Doctor, I mean the scientist that we just rescued.
Enemy engagement. Wingmen researched.
Alright, let's actually upgrade this reactor as well, just to get to tech level 4, so I can purchase this thing. Because while I may not see capital weapons as the end-all be-all of any, well, of these types of games, they're certainly helpful.
Enemy engagement.
Alright, now that I have 900 supply units, let's actually get a Valkyrie. They are called Valkyries, right? Vultures, my apologies.
Vulture, on station.
I like the fact that the Vulture is the only unit that doesn't actually get built at the base. Just like flies in from the colony ship. You know, it's the Spirt of Fire, which I may not have mentioned earlier. Alright, since I also have enough, let's also upgrade every... I don't have enough. So let's upgrade every Marine unit to an ODST unit, just because they're just better. But that requires 1,800 resources, and at the time I only have 12. Now I know that there's a tank up here, and it's probably a bad idea to send the capital unit out by itself. But it is the capital unit, so it should be able to take care of itself.
Yes, sir.
At least in the short term. That's a lot of hunters.
Enemy engagement.
There's the tank.
Target spotted.
Like I said, you'd think it'd be able to take care of itself.
Vulture engaging.
I mean, it can. It just sat there and just tanked the, yes, I believe that's the term. That one locust. And lost only a quarter of its health after taking out all of this stuff. Oh, looks like the Flood are attacking the Covenant. Okay, I'll lose them to it. Why not? The enemy of my enemy is not my friend. I mean, they're helping blow up the base, so
Enemy
there is
engagement.
that.
Rolling out the carpet. Initial coordinates set. Bombs away.
Just go this way. I don't think that actually did. I think the Vulture's doing more damage than the carpet. Anyway, just drop all the missiles on top of that thing.
Engagement.
Regeneration, healing targets.
Start healing the Vulture. Now let's upgrade the Marines to ODSTs. Now that's going to require at the base because my capital unit is just basically fighting the entire enemy army by itself.
Ready to launch.
Because it's designed to do that.
Deliver in the pain.
Alright, so let's shoot the things that shoot back.
Vulture attacking.
And then just park it here so that way it just wails on the enemy base.
Take them out. Mopping them up.
Enemy engagement. ODST research.
Alright, now every submarine unit that I have is now one of these special orbital shock drop troopers. I believe that's what the acronym is for. Oh look, they've gotten angry with so they sent reinforcements. Now what are guys wielding energy swords going to do against a thing that flies? Seriously, I mean, come on.
Enemy engagement.
I mean, these jackals are doing more damage against the vulture than these elites are doing. Their special elite honor guard forces are basically standing underneath the thing, wondering why they are there, probably. And I'm sure they know why they are there. They just think it's probably cheap that my units are in a spot where they can't get them, and by units I mean unit, because again, Vulture's by itself. And this entire base is now gone.
Enemy engagement.
And yes, I'm well aware that 20 to 30 minutes ago, well, maybe not that far, earlier in this video I mentioned that I don't believe capital weapons are the end-all be-all, and this capital weapon just basically was the end-all be-all for this base, so. I mean, you'd have to fix a thing at least a couple times.
Engines up. On the way. Vulture inbound. Vulture attacking.
Right, and they decided just to build a new base here, so. I made certain that didn't happen.
Enemy engagement.
Regenerate healing targets.
Let's just heal the vulture again. Alright, where'd the one Wolverine go? That's what I get for not paying attention to what's going on. Also, down a wraith. Alright, so let's actually get some scorpions built. Just to help hold this area. Also, let's actually build a base. So that way they stop building one of their own.
Where to? Going there now.
And I can use this as a hard point for, well, moving my forces forward. So let's finish upgrading everything for the flamethrower unit. Just, I have absolutely no idea why I want to. I just want to.
Station complete.
Oh, there's the other Wolverine.
Regenerate healing targets.
Let's also heal this. And I'm well aware that that's essentially my unit cap, so let's start with turrets, because this base is going to be more defensive in placement than unit production. I mean, I do need resources, more resources faster, so it's probably going to be predominantly supply pads as well. And even though I don't plan on building many units here, it's probably best if I have some form of unit production.
Enemy engagement. Mega barrage research.
I thought that's the only thing researchable for the Vulture.
Scorpion fueled and ready.
It just shoots more missiles.
Turret complete.
Send us in.
Alright, let's get the Scorpions
Supply
up to the new
pad
base,
complete.
just to help defend it.
Napalm adherent researched. Turret complete.
Let's upgrade these supply pads, so again, more resources faster.
Enemy engagement. Barracks complete. Supply pad upgraded.
Something tells me they're going to be doing that all day. Just strafing the base back and forth and all the time.
Supply pad upgraded. Turret complete. Oxide tank research.
Right, now that everything for the infantry has been researched, let's recycle the carrots. I'm going to have the elephant close by, so if I need infantry
Supply
troops
pad
right here,
complete.
I can just build it from there. And in its place, let's get a field armory. Which was my original plan, except I constantly ran out of resources upgrading everything else. Right, and I don't think I need anything. There's anything that requires a tech level of 6. So I don't think I need another reactor. So let's have this spot be another supply pad.
Supply pad upgraded.
Let's also research the last
Enemy
thing I need for the
engagement.
Warthog.
All units.
Let's see, even though I'm fairly
Field
certain they're all
armory
dead
complete.
now. So upgrade this to a fortress.
Supply pad complete.
And get a heavy supply pad. Just, again, more resources faster.
Fortress upgrade complete.
My tanks ever show up? Where'd they go?
All units.
Yes?
Supply
They did
pad
not. They got
upgraded.
stuck on this
Where to?
wraith.
Hunting for targets.
Over this way.
Moving up. I'm there.
Come on, Binkies. Over here.
Moving out.
Who's a good main battle tank?
Tank on the move. Online and rolling.
I say
Enemy
tank beats
engagement.
everything, but clearly it doesn't beat roadblock. Let's get a vehicle depot and a air pad for here. I just finished researching everything else for everything else. Once I have the resources to do so. Alright, now that this choke point is largely secured, let's move the Vulture forward to see what else it can kill.
Vehicle depot complete.
On our way. Coming around. Roger that. Full speed. Stay frosty. Yes, sir.
Enemy engagement.
Alright, having the slow-moving capital weapons platform is probably not the best thing to use for recon, but enemy base has been found.
Pain incoming. Delivering the pain.
Chaff pods research.
Going there
How
now.
about we
Air
shoot the
pad.
things that shoot back? That'd be fun, right? Even though it apparently can shoot 2 things at once.
Good is done. We got him. Unleashing hell.
Enemy engagement.
Alright, well, there go their shields.
Regeneration
Try healing this
target.
thing. Alright, and it's still losing more health than it's gaining. So again, shoot these things. yet another base.
Enemy engagement.
This time they're smart enough not to send in... As I say, this time they're smart enough not to send in guys with swords against an aircraft, but they're still sending guys with swords against an aircraft. Blow these things up, please.
Vulture engaging.
Alright, now we actually flee because the Vulture's actually on fire now.
Barrage launch.
Fire off a volley against these guys. Be so kind.
Pain incoming. We're engaging. Good is done. Regeneration healing target.
Heal the Vulture, and while it's all quiet for now, let's upgrade the population cap, because the one thing that's holding me back, well, not the one thing that's holding me back, the reason why I'm only having the Vulture attack and not, well, everything, is largely because I'm at my unit cap and can't actually build more units. I'm not about to send infantry out while flood are on the field, because they'll just get eaten. Tanks and other vehicles require multiple units of population.
Hold up.
I could probably send the Scorpions out here to help with the enemy base. And I lost somebody, because I'm now -3 population. I lose. Looks like the Wraith. I was unaware that when the Spartan took it over, it used more population than just the Spartan. There I lost 3 infantry, but I'm not seeing a Wraith, so I'm guessing that was it.
Reinforcements researched. Power turret research. Enemy engagement.
Let's just start upgrading everything.
Regeneration healing target.
Heal this Wolverine because it's on fire. And that bomber form just dies.
On the move.
Now let's move in and help secure the base.
Full speed.
Because, you know, they just rebuilt it. But this time, I brought friends.
Barrage away.
Oh, it's an anti-air unit.
Ready to launch.
For some reason I thought this thing was a bomber. But it's basically a vessel designed to take out other aircraft and try to take out another aircraft. The thing is, it's fighting a capital weapon.
Dual
So,
launchers researched.
oh look, one of my tanks is on fire.
Turret upgraded.
Alright, so let's secure this site now. Let's actually increase the size of all the turrets. Let's upgrade these turrets as well.
Turret improved.
And since I have a feeling the final Covenant
Turret
base is going to be
improved.
off in this direction, let's start with these turrets.
Turret improved.
Ready. Here we go.
Let's not have the
Turret
Scorpion
improved.
sitting on where a turret's going to be. And just pop out more supply pads. And the back three will always be the... No, that's a supply pad.
Turret complete.
Target. Vulture. Inbound.
Turret upgraded.
I guess I gotta start worrying
Supply
about
pad
flood bombers
complete.
now. I mean, I always had to worry about flood bombers. On the plus side, we managed to kill 10 of them now.
Turret complete.
I'm sure once the turrets are up and running, the site will be more protected. In the meantime, let's actually get more aircraft. Oh, I'm tempted.
Supply pad complete.
Of course, you know, getting the reserves upgraded probably would have been better before I put in an order to max out the population
Turret
cap
complete.
yet again.
Base under attack.
Alright,
Supply
so since
pad
those,
complete.
alright, so since this, I can't talk anymore. So since this looks like the back of the base and not a place that ground units can travel through, I'm
Turret
going to have
improved.
these two turrets armed with missile pods.
Turret improved.
This one armed with a railgun, and then this one armed with a flame water. Just because. Also upgrade these supply pads.
Vulture, ready to rock.
Supply pad complete. Turret improved.
And the other vulture.
Reserves researched.
Give me a target.
Because the only thing better than one capital weapons
Supply
platform
pad
is
upgrade.
2.
Supply pad upgraded. Supply pad
I
upgraded.
get a third, but this game
Supply
can't
pad
support
upgrade.
that much population.
Hornet prepped and flying.
Also upgrade this fort, the base to a
Barracks
fortress,
complete.
just for no reason other than because I can. Let's actually upgrade the carpet bomb ability. Even though I'm not using them this map, let's also upgrade everything for the Cobra as
Fortress
well, just
upgrade complete.
in case. Because I'm weird like that.
Enemy engagement. Enemy engagement.
Now let's have the 3 Hornets join the 2 Vultures and 3 Scorpions.
Vehicle depot complete. Deflection plating research. Base under attack. Enemy engagement.
Let's get 1 extra unit of ODSTs just to, you know, max out population cap just for fun.
Air pad complete.
Like I said, there's flood on the field. I'm not sending my infantry anywhere.
Yes. On station.
Yeah, so now we send the 2 Vultures. Once, you know, they get close enough, I can select them both. And the Hornets, and probably the Scorpions as well, to assault the final base.
Piercing shot research.
On station. Online.
Everybody
and
this
roll.
way.
Carpet
like a
bomb
teleporter.
improved.
So that's everything for the Cobra.
Enemy
Everything
engagement.
for everything on the air pad. Finish upgrading an extra carpet bomb.
Target. Hornet here. Give me a target. Where to?
Right, so can the Scorpions use this teleporter? They can.
Moving
No
up.
idea where they're going, but it's probably
Enemy
somewhere they need to go.
Here we go. What needs killing?
Now, big question, can the aircraft use the teleporter? I mean, the aircraft don't need to use the teleporter. It doesn't look like they can, so over here.
I'm on station.
Where'd my 3rd Hornet go? There you are.
VTOL in the air. AV-14 standing by. 555.
Those are hard to see.
Hornet on the way.
Okay, so apparently aircraft
Carpet
can,
bomb
in fact, use the
improved.
teleporter.
Coming around.
Wrong direction, though. Now, there's something flood-related up here. Probably another one of those vents.
All units.
Ready?
Right.
Enemy
This one, all the
engagement.
units on the screen, not all the units involved.
Local units.
That's it. Okay,
Tank on the move.
everybody move forward and the tanks are on fire.
Rolling out. Hunting for targets. Attacking.
Oh, it's scary. They have their own capital weapon.
In my sight. Initial coordinates
Let's
dropping
bomb
the
it.
herd.
As I lose a scorpion. But their special capital weapons are now dead. And the elites with swords now have something to shoot at.
Ready. Delivering the pain.
So they break my tanks. But, you know, I drop missiles on their heads, so I guess fair is fair.
Local units.
We're flying. En
I
route.
tried to Spartan steal a scarab. That was an
Base
interesting
under
day.
attack.
Of course it is. Of course it was. Anything else I can upgrade at the field armory? Yes, this thing. Allows the infantry to move faster, even though I'm not actually using infantry.
All units.
Fueled up and rolling.
Enemy engagement.
I'm there.
Right, so is this the final base or not?
Here we go.
Because I saw the icon for a base, but I'm guessing that's where the Banshees are. Oh look, there's their final base. Carpet
Base
bombs are
under
not
attack.
available just yet.
Dennison. Yes, sir.
Just everybody open fire on with everything.
Engaging.
As I'm about to lose both of my tanks.
Adrenaline researched.
Solution acquired. On my mark.
So about to lose the tanks is not actually using the tanks.
Regeneration healing
That
target.
should probably heal them anyway, just in case, because they now have sword units on the field. And unlike last time with just the one vulture, they can attack the tanks.
All units.
Right away. You got it.
All units.
Rip them up.
There goes their final base.
Yeah, it's
So
dead.
let's just keep securing the area.
You got it.
Local units.
And we captured the final
the
base.
area is locked down. Anders done with her skull session.
And we win.
The professor's filled me in. Good work, Sergeant. Stand by for mission briefing.
Alright, and we win. Part time was an hour, and we didn't complete this in an hour. How long did it take? I don't... Oh, 56... No, we did complete an hour. My apologies. Keep forgetting... I keep basing the length of the mission off of the length of the video, and I keep forgetting I had, like, a intro to it. So, we managed to secure the area. We held the LZ, captured and held 4 bases, although, given the fact that the mission just finished at the end of capturing the 4th base, and we didn't technically hold it, but semantics, and I don't really care. We got Anders to the LZ, killed 10 bomber forms of the Flood, and found the new LZ. So now that we secured the area, we can deal with what Anders found, which is basically the Covenant having a massive fleet of Forerunner warships. Of course, the Forerunner are gone, but the warships are here, and that should tell you something about the effectiveness of their weapons platforms. And to be fair, the weapons platforms are pretty darn effective, because... well, they're Forerunners, and they're more technologically advanced than everybody else. I mean, the Covenant worship them as gods. There's a reason for that. But finding out what exactly the Covenant are doing with them and how we stop them, I feel is best left for next time. And as such, I'm going to call it here. Everybody stay safe from the plague, Flood included, and have a good day.